ease there. Go ahead and put it down on the numbers. Put it down on the numbers. My first guy just coming up on the numbers at the over the grass at the numbers. I want you to keep
T-minus 1 minute and counting.
Hello.
Three, two, one.
Hello and welcome to the not live version of the Flyer Livestream here from the EAA Museum.
And we are surrounded by a load of amazing aeroplanes.
It wouldn't be a live stream without a weekly SkyDemon tip, so here is your tip.
Hi, I'm Rob from SkyDemon, and here's another top tip.
You can set up reminders to appear in flight when approaching or passing any of the turning points in your route. You might set yourself a reminder to change fuel tanks or to change frequency perhaps. To set this up, plan your route as normal, and at your chosen turning point, press and hold to bring up the What's Here menu. Choose Reminder at Turning Point and then enter the text of the reminder you want to see, as well as how far in advance of that point you'd like to see the reminder. I'll choose 0 so that it appears just as I reach that point. Don't forget to save. Now when I open the simulated navigation mode, I can fly my aircraft up to that point, and there we go. The reminder will stay on screen until you manually dismiss it. And these reminders are saved as part of your planned route.
For more information, check out our website, www.skydemon.aero.
What's coming up in the weekend weather? Let's ask Simon.
Hi everyone, Simon Keeling here with your flying weekend forecast brought to you exclusively by Flyer in association with weatherschool.co.uk. Thanks again for watching. And we got quite a drizzly south on Saturday, some low cloud around, showers further north. Some decent windows to come though as we go through the next few days. I think showers around on Sunday particularly. Next week generally okay at first, but may slip into something a little more mixed later on in the week. But having said that, it's still not bad at all. For Friday, a weak front affecting southern parts of the country still on Friday. I think this brings cloud. It's probably still flyable. I just wonder if there could be a little bit of rain over high ground, but generally I think it's okay. 2 to 4,000 foot bases, 10,000 foot tops. For most areas, yes, there's more cloud around, but it is going to be a decent day. 3 to 4,000 foot bases for many, 8 to 10,000 foot tops. Just a few showers for the far northwest of Scotland may go marginal here with some cunims in those heavier showers, but nothing particularly widespread. Now on Saturday, we've still got a front line across the south of the country. This brings some cloud. It brings some showers, a high risk of showers, particularly in the southwest, I think, during the course of Saturday. So here, going marginal along that front. Just watch the forecast carefully for that one. Don't get caught out by that front. 1,000 to 3,000 foot bases, 10 to 15,000 foot tops may run along it. And what you might find is that we get some showers running along the front from west to east. So what that does, it will embed cumulus clouds within it, bring us bigger tops, lower bases as those showers run along. So just be aware of that. Western Scotland, few showers here, marginal, I think, in those showers. 2 to 4,000 foot bases, tops at 12 to 15,000 feet. And generally, it is going to be fair with the bases, 4,000 feet, tops at 10,000 feet. Headed in towards Sunday, more of a mess on Sunday. We've got fronts that sort of pass their way southeastwards, quite but bringing fairly frequent showers. Nothing particularly heavy, but quite persistent along the line of this cold front. So I think I've got to go for marginal to non-VFR here. Basis of 1,000 to 2,000 feet, tops 15,000 feet. Some embedded Q, perhaps some embedded Q NIM in there as well. Elsewhere, probably flyable northeast England. Elsewhere, it's just marginal as these showery bits move through, and bases of around 2,000 to 3,000 feet, tops at 15,000 to 18,000 feet in those showers. And what you'll find is a move through, visibility reduces, then it picks up again, then we get another band of showers, visibility reducing. Nothing especially heavy, nothing especially torrential, but those frequent showers are going to be around. I'll leave you with that for now. Have a safe flying weekend. Don't forget to go get to weatherschool.co.uk and book your place at Aviation Weather School Part 1 on the Tuesday evenings of the 2nd and the 9th of September. And get that booked in now. As I say, we are filling up quite quickly. And if you want to see what others have said about Weather School, go to weatherschool.co.uk and again, click on the review section. You'll see what other pilots have said. Okay, I'll leave you with that for now. Have a safe flying weekend. I've already said that to you. Whatever you do, keep the sun shining and bye for now.
Time for some news.
Time for some news, and I've got the first story, and it's the thing that everyone is talking about at Oshkosh. It's the Spirit SE1. So Spirit Engineering have a fantastic single-seater. It's SLSA certified. Looks like a metal Chiltern, and it's powered by their own engine they developed. It's 42 horsepower V-twin, and they've been working on it for over 10 years. And what's more amazing, they've managed to keep it secret in all that time. And anyway, they decided this year was going to be the year of big Oshkosh reveal, so they've turned up with 4 aeroplanes, made a big splash, and it really is the thing that everyone is like, oh my god, it's amazing.
It's probably, I've been coming to Oshkosh for quite a while now, and I would say it's probably the most impressive new launch I've seen at Oshkosh.
I think so.
I can really remember, because no one knew anything about it. It's like, wow.
And I think there's other things people expected to be talking about, but everyone I know is talking about the SE1.
And you know as well as I do that we tend to get, we've got this airplane, here's a 3D rendering, here's a website, here's
coming soon,
yet another eVTOL project or something, and none of it's tangible.
Yeah.
Particularly. And then all of a sudden there's something with 4 gorgeous aircraft.
Yeah. So the guy behind it, Steve Wood, he's had a long history in aviation, worked for Cessna, designed the Skypup ultralight, did some other stuff, and then decided he wanted to make an LSA, and he has made a gorgeous LSA. He's got an amazing team, and yeah, they've really knocked it out of the park. It's just, I'm blown away. And
talk of the show for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Vans have obviously unveiled the fact that you can order the RV15 finally, and when I say RV15, it's just the wing kit right now. But in their What's New at Vans presentation on Monday morning, they said, hey, you can buy a wing kit. It's $19,650. It's the first of the bits of RV15 that's been completely finished, and they're like, okay, we can push the button and make those now. It's really clever design. They were saying that they can get people in the company who've never built before to assemble wings in just days.
3 days, I think.
3 days, yeah.
3 days. Yeah.
So, and that, just looking around that, bits of the structure really clever, like flaps with built-in vortex generators. And they're saying when they put them on the aeroplane, it took them, they said, like a minute and a half to get them attached and rigged.
I mean, I sat through like 98% of that presentation before I had to go elsewhere, and there was a couple of things that struck me. First of all, it struck me that Vans is a changing company, which I guess we all expected. But the other thing that struck me was that they were, I'm going to say the word ridiculously optimistic in the amount of time it took to build things and assemble things, which I mean I think is astounding. I struggle to. I'd like to know the parameters for it took the team 3 days to build a set of wings. Because if you got people who haven't built wings, to build a set of wings in 3 days is either a compliment to just an amazing, but that's some going.
It is, and I'm sure if you set out to build a pair of metal wings, doing it in the Vans engineering HQ is probably about the best place you can do that.
It probably is. But I mean, they were talking about the fact that the machine, it's all being dimpled on the machine and drilled on the machine. I don't know if it's debird or not.
Yeah. Well, you can literally take parts out the box, Cleco it together, run through, and of course this one is pop rivets. This one is pulled rivets.
You nearly said pop rivets.
I nearly said pop rivets. Wrong. Yes.
Structural pulled rivets.
Yes, pulled rivets. And so that obviously speeds it up. I think there will be an option to make it with solid rivets, but to be honest, I don't know why you would do that.
No, but there are things in life that I don't know why people do them.
Yeah, but yeah, very exciting. And obviously they opened the orders at 12:30 on Monday, and there was a queue as long as you could see into the booth. People keen to get their order in, be the first, and they've got a crate outside the front of the booth, and everyone's signing it to go, I've made my order.
What's coming next? Is it a fuselage or was it a tail empennage? I can't remember which. The next kit.
They need to. The final thing they need to finish is the fuselage.
Yeah.
And I think the empennage is probably going to be the next part.
Okay, so it'll probably be wings,
empennage, fuselage, finish
firewall
kit.
forward, finish kit.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Wow. Excellent.
I know.
In slightly less exciting news, but depending on which part of the market you're in, Piper have announced that they're starting to take orders for the Seminole equipped with two 180 horsepower Delta Hawk engines. I think they announced last year that they were going to be working with Delta Hawk, but now they've opened the order book and you can actually go and pay a deposit, which is a pretty high vote of confidence of the fact that because it's not certified yet.
No.
But I guess they're pretty close.
Pretty close, yeah.
Which would be interesting. I mean, I'm guessing that Piper, in that market of diesel training aircraft, has kind of seen some of its market taken away by Diamond with the A42.
Yeah.
And wants it back.
A few years ago, Piper were saying, "Hey, we're going to make a diesel Seminole," weren't they? And it was going to be with Continental diesels.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a real, like you say, real vote of confidence. If Piper are going, "Hey, we're going to power it with Diesel Hawk."
I spent some time talking to the people at Diesel Hawk. Diesel Hawk.
Yeah.
Delta Hawk.
Delta Hawk.
Delta Hawk. There you go. I spent some time talking to the people at Delta. It's quite an impressive setup. So, but you know, the proof of the pudding and all that.
Yeah, it's a classic case, isn't it? Sometimes stuff takes a long time, and people can be really sceptical. It's like, is this ever going to happen?
Well, there's been a long history of aviation diesel engines that have come to Oshkosh and not really got any further. So that it seems that Delta Hawk have crossed that.
They found the magic sauce.
Found the magic sauce, or at least got a bit more magic sauce.
Yeah.
So that's good news.
But yeah, I'm guessing that's going to be a very popular training twin.
I would imagine so.
Yeah.
And I think they're also developing kits for things like the RV14 as well.
Oh yeah, well the first RV14 is here, powered by that. It seems to be quite a good equivalent engine. And reading around on the internet, that's in flight testing, and they're posting some quite good numbers. So
yeah, I mean it's turbocharged, isn't it? Turbocharged.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I mean that a bit like the diesel, the 155 Centurion engine.
Yeah.
Once it starts and gets above the altitude, then the benefits really kick in.
Yeah. So yeah.
In the headset market, Lightspeed came out with Zulu 4.
Yeah.
It's the first time I've seen in the headset world AI mentioned. So this one apparently uses AI. I know. This one uses AI in order to improve the active noise reduction.
Okay.
I don't quite know how, but it does. So it probably doesn't log on to ChatGPT or anything, but it uses AI. And they're selling for $1,099, which puts it towards the very top of the headset range. I think their Lightspeed Delta Zulu is the very pinnacle for them.
That's the range topper that's got the CO detector in it, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, so the Zulu 4 is the...
Yeah, and I wasn't really expecting that. But
no, I didn't see that coming either.
Yeah, but yeah, it's good.
I was expecting some other headset announcements, which I didn't see.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll talk about those in future, maybe. Who knows?
Yeah.
But yeah. Every week we ask you to join the Flyer Club, and we know that there are some of you who aren't members of the Flyer Club. This week, no different. I'm going to ask you to join the Flyer Club. Frankly, it's where we get a significant portion of our revenue from, and we need your support to be able to do what we do. Without your support, we can't do it. So please join. This week, this month even, for the month of August, your landing fees will be Manchester Barton, Netherthorpe,
Felthorpe and Holmbeck Farm.
So, and you get 4 landing fees a month, so it's got to be brilliant. On top of that, we're organising a trip to the AAIB. There'll be more information on that. And we're also organising a Flyer Club members Dunker Day, where you get to experience the whole Dunker Day thing. And that'll be without me in my swimming costume, you'll be pleased to hear.
Plus there's always there's a whole bunch of webinars, new and old, a whole archive of those. So
absolutely, I think we're up to about I think 2 years worth of those at the moment.
Easily,
so, if not probably more by now. So just favour join. It only costs £5 a month. Beware, it could be going up soon though. So join now to save money.
But it is the best deal in aviation. We say so.
Better. Not much better. Go for it.
So imagine you've heard the Fancy Hangar jingle. We're not doing Fancy Hangar like you know it this week because we are in one of the most amazing Fancy Hangar locations. So many aeroplanes here that are incredible. On the grounds at Oshkosh, what would we pick to go in that fancy hangar? I think I know what I would pick, and I think the audience probably know what I would pick.
I think you're probably right. I'm going to pick something different, partly because you're already picking that, but I do think it's a fine airplane. I'm going to pick the ME262. There's a replica ME262 here that was flying in the display. Absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous piece of work.
Did you know they took an original ME262 and used it to take all the measurements to basically all the structure. Everything is identical to an original ME262, but obviously not original Junkers Jumo engines.
No, because they didn't have much of a TBO, did they?
7 hours.
7 hours or something. That would have been tiresome.
Cross country. How long are you going for?
So they had some CJ.
So these replicas that were made have CJ610 engines, I think, which you'll find on Learjets and some other things. So, but to make them really reliable.
In the display, it was whisper quiet. It came flanked by a couple of Mustangs, I think it was.
Probably whisper quiet and not too much smoke. And I think the Jumo engines were probably quite smoky.
Yeah, it was absolutely fantastic. That would be my fantasy hangar little toy jet.
It's glorious. Henry and I went over to look at it this morning, and it's an amazing piece of construction. They made 5 of them, 3 of them fly. 2 are static in museums. So, I think it was like a 10 to 15 year endeavour to do them. So, but yeah, that's very much only at Oshkosh because it hadn't flown in a long time, and they actually specifically restored it to fly it here because there was a lot of enthusiasm for bringing it.
Huge enthusiasm.
So it's very much one of those things. You go to Oshkosh to see special stuff like that.
There was another vintage jet, just as an aside, flying in the display Wednesday, I think it was.
Oh, was it the Pinto?
No.
Oh.
Probably, but I missed that one. It was the Vampire flying.
Oh yeah, I heard about this. I didn't see it. I've seen it on the ground.
That was good as well. There was a whole load of people going,
what is that? That's the sort of thing the British would make.
Yeah,
you go, thank you, we did.
You know it's wood, don't you?
What?
Get out of here.
That's something the British would make. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, obviously I am totally in love with the Spirit Engineering SE1, and it is the aeroplane. And you could pick that and bring it in over here because it looks like you could put it in like a golden age of aviation gallery, and it would fit right in. People would be like, I bet some people would be like, nah, that's completely original, authentic.
I reckon we could get one, break into Old Warden one night, put it in there, come out. And I bet you most people wouldn't even notice.
Well, the neat thing is, Steve Wood, the guy who's behind Spirit Engineering, I think secretly he's an Anglophile. He seems to love lots of British stuff, and I was having a chat to him, and he said, I went to Old Warden. He said, there's so many. He said, I love things like the Chiltern and the Compass Swift and the Turbulent. And you go, yeah, you've really made an aeroplane with. He was inspired by a whole bunch of aeroplanes, but there's a lot of Britishness in that. There's design cues in that. Lovely trousered undercarriage. Everyone knows I love a trousered undercarriage. And yeah, you could take that Shuttleworth and it would be, no one would notice, I would say. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, no, you could definitely, that would be my fancy hangar choice, and it would definitely be in here. And you could put it in here, no one would notice.
Absolutely.
So, but yeah. But hey, talking of the museum,
I think we all win that.
Definitely. Talking of the museum, why don't we go take a look around, because there are some amazing things here.
Sounds good to me. And I learnt an aeroplane that I've flown.
Yeah, amazing.
Shocking.
I don't want to say you're a museum piece, but something you have flown is in the museum. I think that must be a first time ever, isn't it?
Probably not because I've flown it.
No. But that is the
first time I've ever seen anything like that.
The Quest Air Venture, isn't it? The fixed gear one, and we flew that on a flight test in Florida many years ago. Yeah, quite an amazing thing.
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Here in the EAA Museum, there's an amazing racers gallery. There's a Laird Super Solution, some of Steve Whitman's famous racing types, including his aeroplane Bonzo. There's an Archester Jeep. Down in the corner, there's a Crosley Firecracker. There's a Quest Air Venture, so something modern from air racing. There's a beautiful Cosmic Wind. You probably can't see that, but that's lurking behind the Stearman. An amazing 650 horsepower Stearman as well. Up in the hanging from the roof, there's Art Scholl's Super Chipmunk. That looks like fun. I would like a go in that. And the funny yellow biplane, that's an aeroplane called the Hot Canary. What a great name for a biplane. That was a Reno racer built by Bill Warwick. And then the granddaddy of all racers, never flew but is pretty legendary, the Bugatti 100P. Twin Bugatti engines, contra-rotating propellers. It's just exquisite.
As you know, all of our Oshkosh coverage is sponsored by Cirrus, so thank you very much, Cirrus. Behind us is where it all started. This is a Cirrus VK30. 42 of these kits were made. I think 12 flew in the end. Powered by the IO 540. It's said to handle brilliantly. Cruises at 250 miles an hour.
Behind me is the prototype Crystal Eagle, and actually we've heard at the show that Aviat are in the process of selling the Eagle design to a new owner. So some exciting stuff coming for Crystal Eagle owners.
And this, as you can see, is an RV3, and it's an RV3 that Ed doesn't own.
Oi, how rude. It wouldn't be Oshkosh without a Rutan canard, and here is the daddy of them all. It's the Varivigan, and I bet you didn't know it's made of wood. The Pit Special celebrates 80 years this year, and there's a replica here of the very first one. Really simple, very low horsepower, a little beauty, and what a legacy it created. So if you're thinking of going anywhere this weekend, there's a great list of events at flyer.co.uk/events. Check those out.
And that's it from us for this week's Not live stream. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share the URL to all your friends, and join the Flyer Club.
See ya.
Bye.